So, guys, today's podcast is going to be about the serial killer whose judge, when judging the serial killer, said, "My heart is being torn apart by judging your case. I cannot give you the punishment to death, but I have been left with no other choice." Yes, you are correct in guessing this is about Ted Bundy, the most handsome serial killer in the history of serial killers. Let's dive into the first part of this story, the making of the killer. He was born in 1946 in a very white town of Vermont under the complicated family circumstances, where his relationship with his parents were very complicated. His mother was his sister, creating early identity confusion because he thought that the woman who is raising me is my sister. This led to many other confusions down the line. He was very charming and intelligent and very socially indulgent in his youth. Internally, he developed a kind of resentment towards the society, the violent fantasies erupted, and the control-seeking impulses also gave rise to his characters. There were very bleak signs in the early youth of manipulation and double-dealing in his relationships with other people. But by the early 70s, he began targeting very young demographic of women in the Pacific Northwest of US. Whereas he used to fake his injuries or fake authority roles and charisma to gain trust of the young woman. Well, now we will dive into the second part of these criminals, of the serial killer's life. It is how he came across to be the man we know as Ted Bundy. Here his name are mostly known that he started his crimes around the time of the 1970s and he continued until the early 1980s across multiple states. He did not solely focus on any single state. But the victims were typically very young women in their early 18s or in their 20s who resembled each other in height, weight, and in bodily features. But Bundy used a consistent pattern like luring his subjects, isolating them from the group, or abducting them for just blatant fun. But his nobility made him extremely difficult for law enforcement to track him because he did not committed all the crimes in a certain area or in a particular time span. His arrest was done in 1975, around 1975, but he escaped custody twice using his charm, his charisma, and his outright genius brain. But he was at the end caught in the 1977s, around that time. But he continued attacking while on the run. It was his habit, to say, sort of. He was addicted to this kind of abducting of women. And while escalating his violence, he kept on touring, he kept on increasing his talent. But ultimately, he confessed to around 30 murders. Because the real number remains unknown, we cannot say that these 30 murders are the ones that are the only murders he committed. There might be many more. Moreover, this capture, trial, and legacy is a very complicated part of the serial killer's history. His final arrest occurred in Florida, but after a very violent attack at a university residence hall, he was captured, and the trials became national media sensational events. Due to Bundy's self-representation, charisma, and charm, the trials were visited by at least thousands of people, and many more saw it on TVs and in different kinds of print medias. He displayed an arrogance and theatrical that was unmatched and unseen by the public, thus increasing the public's fascination towards this legendary serial killer. He was convicted of multiple murders and sentenced to death by the court, and this sentence of death was executed around 1989 in Florida. But the modern forensic testing continues to link him to additional victims because his cases remain a major subject in criminal psychology and investigative training, and also to understand the serial killer's human psychology. It is very interesting case. Thus, I had to bring it to you because I just could not keep it to myself to know about this legendary serial killer, one of the most brutal serial killers in the history of USA, and not share with you guys. So tune with me on the next episode where we will talk about a new character from the annals of history. See you on the next podcast.